Alright, hello YouTube. This video is just gonna be about mealworms and superworms, really, like the differences between them. So let's start off with the pupa. Okay, so this one is a mealworm pupa. That's a superworm pupa. The superworm pupa is about an inch long. The mealworm pupa is about half an inch. So mealworm, superworm. Okay. So the actual superworm and mealworm. Okay, so this is a mealworm. It's only about an inch long, and then this is a superworm. This is about 2 inches long, or about double the size of a mealworm in thickness and in length. And I don't know, I believe superworms are more aggressive than mealworms. I've actually been bitten by a superworm and never by a mealworm, so yeah. See, mealworms, they don't spin around or anything when they're being grabbed. Superworms, they freak out. And what they're doing when they're spinning is trying to bite what's ever grabbing them. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know. I think superworms are more aggressive than mealworms. And then this is a darkling beetle of a superworm. See, that's about inch and a half. It's bigger than a mealworm, which is an inch. So I'd say about an inch and a half. And then this over here, that little beetle who's about half an inch smaller than a mealworm. That little beetle is a mealworm beetle. So I mean, yeah, mealworm, superworm, mealworm, superworm, mealworm, right there, superworm, right here. Superworms are bigger and what I think is more aggressive. So now on to their nutritional value. Okay, so it's actually on my computer because I didn't really want to write everything down. So mealworms is on top, superworms are on the bottom. They're both the larva. So life stage is larva. And the moisture, mealworms have more moisture than superworms. So 61 moisture for mealworms, 57 moisture for superworms. Now for the protein, superworms have 1% more protein. See, oh, okay, that was way off. I'm looking into my phone right now, not on the computer, so. Okay, so, protein. 19.7, protein for a mealworm is 18.7, see? Okay, so, fat. Superworms have more fat, but I mean, everybody needs fat, really, so. They have about 4% more fat than a mealworm. Mealworms on top, superworms on the bottom. Now for their ash. Superworms have more than a mealworm. See? Yeah. Okay, and then for the fiber, superworms have 2% more than a mealworm. Okay, so, again, mealworm, superworm. And then for their calcium, which everything needs, leopard geckos, frogs, everything needs them. All reptiles need them. People need it. God. Yeah. So, the one that has more calcium is superworms. See? Again. Oh my god. Mealworms, 169%, or not percent, but yeah. And then 177% for superworms. Phosphorus, see, this time mealworms has more, and superworms have less, but reptiles and stuff aren't supposed to have a lot of phosphorus. So, superworms are better in that case. And then, I don't know how to say this one. I'm not even gonna try to say it, but you can see it right there. Mealworms have more, and a lot more than a superworm. But I mean, altogether, I think superworms are healthier, but superworms are way healthier actually. But I mean, yeah, like they're more aggressive, honestly. And this isn't all exactly the right percents and stuff, because nobody really knows what the actual percents are. This is just as close as they could get it. So I mean, yeah. So, alright. So, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys like this video. Alright, bye.